Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast. I'm Kelly Thomas, the Crochet Profit Queen, and I'm going to show you how you can make a living from your crochet while avoiding the burnout and being able to make what you want and when you want. I don't know what I want to do with my crochet. So you want to start making money with your crochet, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you know how you want to do it. You know there's lots of options out there, but how do you know which is for you? And I'll start by saying that it's okay to feel this way because it's one of those things you don't know what you don't know. Most people who come to the idea of making money from their crochet only think they can or only know about selling what they make. The other options either haven't occurred to them yet or the confidence isn't there to explore the other options. They don't think that they are capable of writing their own patterns, creating a blog, making videos for a YouTube channel, teaching, creating courses and classes. That idea can take time to form and gain the confidence to actually give it a go. So once you are at the point where you want to, explore other options than selling your crochet, how do you know what's going to be for you? How do you know what's going to suit you? How do you know what you are capable of doing? How do you know what you're going to like doing? And the answer is to simply have a go. Just because you're trying something new doesn't mean you have to make an entire business out of it. You can just give it a go. And really, it kind of comes down to as well as what you like to crochet. If you like to crochet all kinds of different things, pattern writing could be a good one. If you like creative writing, blogging is a great option. If you like showing people how to do different techniques and show them how to crochet, you could do classes and courses. If you like making the same thing over and over again, well, then you can do anything. It all depends on what suits you. It's also really handy to write a list of things you don't like doing. So if you really, really don't like being on camera, then no videos may not be for you. N- No videos showing your face. You could still do videos where you're just showing your hands crocheting. I mean, those are the types of videos I do. I very rarely put my face on camera. Hasn't stopped me having a, good going YouTube channel. I've got literally hundreds of videos on there, and I can count on one hand the number that show my face. If you like writing, then you can incorporate that with your crochet. You can have a blog, and blogs are, widely popular and very profitable. But just because you're writing a few articles doesn't mean you have to go for an entire blog strategy. You can just write a few and see how you feel about them. Have a friend read them over and see if they find them interesting. You could put them on your Facebook page and see if they get any interest and see if they get any comment. Writing the odd blog doesn't mean you have to become a blogger. You can try writing some crochet patterns. Just start simple. Try writing a pattern for a dishcloth and see how you feel about it. Go through the process. Write it down. Get it tested. Tested just means getting other crocheters to try it out for you. Take some pictures. And then just see what people think of it. Just because you write one pattern doesn't mean you are now a crochet designer. You don't have to make a whole business out of it. If you're just trying it out, you're just trying it out. Nothing wrong with that. But you're not going to know what you want to do unless you try some different things out. And there is nothing wrong with giving some things a go and just seeing how you feel about them. Make some videos. You can do that with your phone. You don't need any fancy equipment. And you're not if you're not going to publish them and they're just practice videos to see how you feel about them, then you don't need to worry about the lighting too much. You don't need to worry about the background. You don't need to worry about getting every little bit right. You don't have to worry about the editing process. If it's just how you think you're going to feel being on a camera talking, just have a go and see how you feel about it. Some things take practice and you'll get more comfortable as you go. But if you don't know what you want to do with your crochet, but you know you want to somehow make a business from it, make a living from it, you're going to have to try out the different things. I mean, there's a whole list of things you can do with your crochet. You could do tech editing, and that's where you help pattern designers have good patterns that are consistent throughout. You can help them with gauging and making sure the numbers are right. It helps with the terms that are using, make sure they're consistent throughout the pattern. And tech editing is becoming increasingly popular with pattern designers. You can write for crochet magazines. You can become a sample maker. So when pattern designers have a new pattern out and you see they've got several different colorways for their designs, they often have people making samples for them. They don't make them all themselves. They will pay someone to make those different colorways so that they can concentrate on pattern designing and they don't have to make all these different things. That is a career move. You can do that. You can teach. You can do in-person classes. You can do online classes. There are so many different options out there. But you do have to give them a try. If you're not sure what you want to do, you just got to try it out. And that's really the best advice I can give you. Just because you're trying something out doesn't mean you have to make a business out of it. You can just try it out and see how it fits. And if it doesn't fit, well, no problem. Just don't mention it ever again. I mean, you don't have to tell, your audience what you're doing. You don't have to announce it on social media. You don't have to make it known. You can just quietly try it. And if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. It's just another option you've ticked off and gone, not for me. Let's try something else. And you keep doing these things. I mean, I've tried out a lot of different things with my crochet. And I've now settled on a strategy that works for me. I know what I like and what I don't like. I know I don't like having my face on videos, but I very rarely do them. And when I do, they tend to be only available to, a few people behind the scenes. I do like making all kinds of different things. I know I don't like making the same thing over and over again, so I don't. I've chosen a bit of a strange niche, but it's one that works for me, and my followers know what to expect, and that's what a niche is for, so that your audience knows what to expect from you. And my audience do. They know I'm going to try lots of different stitches. They know I'm going to have, a stitch for everything and a pattern somewhere. And that's what I do. And it helps me keep that variety. That keeps me interested. But I can tell everyone what I do. I work to my strengths and avoid the things that I don't particularly like doing. And the reason for that is simply if you don't like what you're doing or you're not comfortable with it, you're going to avoid it. And if you avoid it, well, then it's not part of your business because you're not doing it. And so you have to discover what works for you and what doesn't. You have to discover what you like doing and what you don't. Because if you're continuously thinking, oh, I wish I could be doing something else, well, you may as well have a 9 to 5 job because it's become a chore and you don't want that. You want to avoid that. So if you don't know what to do with your crochet, go and try things out. Make a list of things that you could do and then decide to try them or decide they're not for you and just see what fits and suits you. There is no substitute for just giving it a go. So I hope that's given you some ideas and something to think about. And as always, if you have any questions, please do come to the Facebook community. The link is in the show notes. And I shall see you next time for the next episode. Bye for now. Have you signed up to the Crochet Business School newsletter yet? Don't forget to do that now at crochetbusinessschool.com/subscribe and get tips and free resources straight to your inbox.